What's going on, YouTubers, gamers, and fellow hobbyists out there? Welcome to Topical Tuesday. Now, this is a series where I take a topic, a question, a theme, whatever it is, delve into it a little bit. If it's a question, maybe I'll try and answer it myself. I think I will on this instance. And this topic for this Topical Tuesday is all about scale. Is 32mm becoming the new norm? When I say that, I mean, I've always been brought up in my hobby to believe that. Sorry, that was me popping a bubble wrap there. Bit of a distraction there, wasn't it? But yes, I've always been brought up to believe that 28mm is normal, most considered the most universal scale, I suppose, if you will. At least in terms of role playing, it was always 28mm models that Citadel used to put out, and we used to kind of get and buy for our fond games of Dungeons and Dragons and so on. But that could be just my perspective from where I was at that point in time. Now, I know wargaming 28mm is a very popular scale. It's a very popular scale. Lots of war games are designed for 28mm miniatures. But then there are a lot of other scales as well, and very popular ones too. 50mm and 6mm, 20mm respectively. I've seen all manner of war games in those. Of course, the bigger you get, the bigger area you would need. And so my first encounter with 32mm miniatures was in Hordes and War Machine, that kind of thing. So yeah, but my main question, I suppose, is 32mm becoming the new norm? In terms of 3D printed models, I would have to say myself, my own view, is that yes, it seems to be becoming more and more prevalent these days. If you want 28mm, you have to specifically ask for it. They're kind of, particularly with fantasy models that I'm going for recently, but I've got some sci-fi ones too as well. But a lot of these 3D printed miniatures companies out there on like eBay and so on, it's 32mm unless otherwise specified. Now, does that mean printing in a bigger scale is more is better? I don't know. Is it more difficult to print in a smaller scale? I don't know. I don't think so, because I've seen 6mm 3D printed on various people's channels and done quite well, if I say so myself, from what I've seen. So I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. Does 3D printing favour 32mm? And why? Why is this push towards 32mm over 28? Is it, I don't know. Is it because we want to paint bigger models? Is it because there are more skirmish type games coming on the market now? I don't know. And they look better on camera. Has the whole social media thing with camera, YouTube and various other platforms where you're videoing battle reports and so on, has that had an impact on it? You want bigger models to see, to film? Is it easier to film? I don't know. I mean, from where I'm standing, 28mm is perfectly adequate, but who knows? I just don't know I don't know the question as to if it is becoming the new norm. All I can say is, with surefire knowledge, is that it definitely does seem to be becoming more and more common. So role-playing miniatures generally seem to be going towards the 32mm route. I don't know, but then choice is always a good thing, right? I just hope I don't have to rebuy all my models. I'm going to keep all the ones I've got anyway. I suppose they do look good on the tabletop in a bigger scale, but you know, and then I suppose all the terrain would need to be changed and upscaled, would it? You can get away with certain terrain like hills and things, but I don't know, when it comes to buildings, I don't know, I just think terrain would possibly, in some instances, need to be adjusted. I don't know. I really don't. But what is the future? Is it going to become the norm? And in all honesty, my answer is I do not know. Is it a kind of a marketing thing where new games, they want to be in 32mm, so you've got to buy their miniatures? There's less choice of generic models to get. So you've got to go and get 32mm models, so you might as well just use the official ones. I don't know. I really don't. I mean, I've even seen games in bigger scale. I think Street Fighter is, isn't it? But don't quote me on that. But yeah, so it is definitely becoming more prevalent. I think so anyway. But what are your thoughts on it? Let me know in the comments down below. What do you think? Is 32mm becoming more common, more popular? Is it going to take over? It's definitely becoming more common. Yes, it is. It's definitely becoming more popular. Yes, it is. Is it going to take over? Probably not, but I don't know. What are your thoughts? That's all I got for this one, really. I just thought it was interesting because I've been buying a lot of terrain recently for my up and coming Dungeons and Dragons campaign, which I'm going to be doing and filming probably looking like before I get to my main move, so I might as well start it now. But a lot of the miniatures that look really, really cool, I think, oh, I thought that would be a perfect representation of a certain character I have in mind. But when I look into it, it's like 32, and I'm like, damn, that would be inconsistent with the other scale, with my other miniatures, which are in 28mm, right? So a lot of ripped bones and stuff like that, and old school Citadel ones. So they wouldn't look right. They would look bigger. But there you go. But that's my topic for this Topical Tuesday. Do let me know down below what your thoughts are. I'd be very, very interested in hearing about that. And until the next time, folks. But before you go, remember, all brushes lead to war. But do hit that like and that bell button. And I'll see you out there on another one. Bye for now.